What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft Divine Journey 2. The last couple of videos we spent over in Adam, trying to get all of the stuff taken care of over there, and we have everything. And I mean everything. I finally went, and I went back through. Don't mind me, I've been doing some spell crafting. And I went through, and I finally got the necklace. Finally got my hands on that. Oh, give me some diamonds. So the only thing we have left on the Adam arc is this beacon. Emits red light and is later used as an ingredient for an actual beacon. I ain't worried about that right now. But I also went through and I managed to get all the machine presses so we can actually get started in applied energistics. Now there's a couple of things that we're going to have to do before we really do applied energistics. By the way, I've made some machines. I set up a processing area here. This is just into an enriching factory, then goes up into the crate. As you can see, I've been doing a lot. And inventory. This one goes into an enriching factory, then up into a smelting factory, and then into the box. If I remember right, this one, I have put some upgrades into it. I have muffling upgrades, because otherwise this thing is insanely loud and annoying. And it also has a couple of speed upgrades to make it just a little bit faster. So it's a little bit of an energy hog at the moment, but you know what? I'm not that worried about it. So we have stuff processing. I have been working on that. But for today, we're going to try to get all that mess over there digitized. By the way, this is how many dungeons it took me to find that freaking necklace. Look at this. I got all of this stuff from dungeons before I managed to get another necklace. I have all this pile of stuff that I can go wash and sell if I ever feel like it. But it took me that long to go get it. It was insane. I have so much XP sitting in storage. Our tank over there is full. Or just about. Anyways, we are going to get ourselves started with applied energistics, which means we need some power up here, and we need to get stuff going on that. That's the wrong button. That's the button I want. So in order to actually get started with applied energistics, we can use the cables that we've been making before, but we need to make this. This is where we actually have to start. So we can make an inscriber, which I believe I have everything I need for this. I think I put plates and stuff up here now. No? No. Okay, they're all downstairs. But I can go grab those pretty easy. Now, do I have a spot? I should have a spot where I can just run some power upstairs real quick. Should have plenty of plates in here. I don't think I really need that much. But yeah, I have been doing a lot of spell crafting. We now have all but one spell. I don't know how many of them we're actually going to use. I know we're going to use Radiance. It's a pretty good spell once we add a few things to it. But the other stuff, we are just going to kind of let it sit there for now, because I want to kind of toy around with it when I actually have time. So what we need from over here is we need you. We need one of you. And I need two of you to make me some... How do I not have slime? Because slime's in here. Make 2 sticky pistons. Right, sticky pistons have been changed. I forget that. They have to be... I was curious. It wouldn't let me do them in my inventory, but I can do them there. Anyways. Let's make our thing here. At least I think that's how you make it. Nope, it's fluid crystal, isn't it? I did make some more fluid crystal as well. I don't remember why, but I did. Oh, right, because I made the factories. Go ahead and take that out. Okay, now that I've reloaded the world. Right. Have that down there. You know what I can do? Do that for now, and let me go hook that back up downstairs. Okay, so for the inscriber, we can just kind of throw it down here for now. This will be something we automate later on, but these things are not easy to automate. I end up having to put like 5 different connections to it to automate a single one. They're kind of dumb. Alright, I should be done with that for now. We've got our inscriber, which gives us some item ducts and servos. That's how you want. They want you to automate it, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. It wants us to make a bunch of the circuits. I don't have any silicon yet, which I think in order to get the silicon, I need to run a, not an enrichment chamber, a crusher, which I don't have. Huh. Or, do it the easy way. That's not the easy way. Okay, there's our crusher. We'll slap that right there. Grab some sand. Grab the full stack. I will go get some more sand. I think I can use strange sand in this too. I think. Because if I go to silicon in the crusher. Yeah, I can use strange sand, which means I can go farm, or I can go collect an absolute ton of that from Adam. I think I should have a bunch in here. Yeah, I have lots. Okay. Shove that in there. It's going to be kind of noisy and running in front of us. But I'm going to get started on crafting up these press pieces. Logic 1, and I need the engineering. Okay, so I made a few extras. So we're going to have to make actual circuits out of these. Oh, right. If I have this all set up right, which I hope I do, that should go that way. Wait, no. Oh, that doesn't really care which way it goes. Those can both go in there. It should pull it, the correct ones to actually put in. You can see them going into place. And then I can stick these guys up here, and it'll just make me the circuits. Now I will need to swap this out to a 2-drawer one, and then it can put both of them in there. Yeah. Stop that. You don't need to be going in there. And there we go. So it's making me my circuits over here. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys know about what we're planning. Let's take the diamonds and get everything else. It's just diamonds that are annoying. I'll deal with that one later. So with that, we can get our processors made. Gives us 12 printed silicon for this. This is going to be another waiting game. But I'm going to kind of talk you guys through what the plan is. And that is our ME system, our main storage terminal, is going to be about right here. I might actually put it 1 block over where the crusher is. Which, I go ahead and take away crusher now. Because we're done with that. I do have plans to automate these. It won't be a setup anything like this for a little while. But I do have the plans to automate it. Most of these circuits, or these presses, we don't actually need anytime soon. So the only ones we really need right now are... Oh no. Oh, that's logic. The only ones needed right now are the silicon, calculation, logic, and engineering. All these other ones are for later game. Like I want to say the scheduling press is how you make like the scheduling circuits and thumbium circuits. The scheduling circuit is, I think, how you make the very high-end storage stuff, as well as packaging component. It's the methodology. Yeah, the methodology is the one that gives you the actual interface stuff and auto crafting. But we're nowhere near that. We're like 5 chapters away from that, because if I remember right, we don't get any of that stuff until, what is it? Here? Yeah, we're at chapter 13 before we get to any of that. We do still have plenty more exploration to do. We have an entire section of this chapter right here, which is... Yeah, Erebus. I just see that up there. Erebus, which I will give you guys a warning when I'm doing this one, because if you have arachnophobia or any of the fears of bugs, creepy crawly things, or whatever, you're going to want to avoid this. This entire dimension is bugs. And then we have the Aether, we have Icica, which I think we actually have unlocked. The end isn't really here, because I think the end is locked behind this chapter. Yeah. You can't get to the end until you get here, which is locked behind this chapter, which we can't do until we finish the Aether as well. So, yeah. It's going to be a little while before we get there. I wanted to get some more machines and stuff going. So, I have learned a few things along the way here. Hey, look. All of our circuits are ready. And I did make extras because I know we're going to need them. Go ahead and take those and... Here, they can go in there. So now we can make our first ME controller. I am going to end up making more of these over time, because we're going to make a cube, and the plan for that is it's going to hang out here in the middle. The one thing that might be a problem with that later on is ME systems don't like being across chunk boundaries. And our chunk boundaries are smack in the center here, and I'm putting it in 4 chunks. I may regret that later. But for now, it should be fine. We're not really doing anything super, super big yet. So to make one of these, we just need some skystone blocks, a couple of fluix crystals, which we can purify, an energized surge quartz crystal, and 2 engineering processors. I think I have enough of these to make a few. Do I need these for anything else right now? Oh, right. The ME drive takes 4. Ew. Make modular storage later. Let's make... It'll go in there. Let's make some more of this biodiesel stuff, which I have shut off the excavator. We're a little behind on seeds. Just a little. We're still stored up on biodiesel, but we're a little behind on seeds for keeping it running. That is not what I wanted to do. But we'll get this stuff going. I can make things stretch a little bit. If I go crush these, I can make some purified seeds. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna make some purified seeds. Okay, I think I have everything for this. We have those. We have 2 of these. We have 2 pure Certus quartz crystals and 1 of these in the middle. So there we have our first controller. I'm going to go ahead and make a second one as soon as I have enough out of here. And look, I have more than enough. Because I will have more than enough stuff to do it. The 2 of those. My keys are being sticky. There we go. I have 2 ME controllers. Now this is going to go out here somewhere. I can figure out how to actually place this. We'll have... Here, let's use these as a building block. Go with here. I need these guys. I'll build them to right there. I can go down there for now. Not worried about that. Do we have any ME cables sitting in our drawer, sitting in our storage at the moment? It doesn't look like it. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm hoping I had some. I don't have any. Wow. How did I manage that? Anyways. I'm making up more circuits and stuff because we're going to need them. These logic circuits are used for the storage. The actual storage, so I'm going to need quite a few of those. I mean, I have 16, but I'm going to want a lot more than that. Anyways, we got our ME controller. Gives us a couple of engineering processors. Means I can make 3 more of them. Nice. But we need to make an ME drive. So to make our ME drive, we need an energy acceptor, 4 radiator blocks, which I don't think we have 4 of. We have 6. Awesome. And we do have an energy acceptor sitting in here. We have energy acceptor, 4 radiator blocks, and 4 of these engineering processors. Give us an ME drive. I like that. Where can I place this? Nowhere at the moment, apparently. And we'll stick it right there. Okay, that gives me... I'll take the fluid crystal. Oh, it gives me both. Okay, I'll take that. So, our next step is... Yada, yada, yada. Yes, we do have channels enabled, which means we will be needing to make some storage stuff or some P2Ps, which I've never honestly used. But you can have... Huh. So this is supposed to be a, like, channel saving thing. So one P2P does 32 channels, but it narrows everything down to a single channel to run from one P2P's input to its output. So you put this against the controller, and that is the input, or I guess you can look at it as that is the output, and from that point it just runs as a single channel along your cables until you reach the connecting output where you have access to 32 channels while only having used 1 to get there. Very, very useful, especially when you have channels enabled like we do. But our next step is actually making our storage. We need to be able to make our storage drives, and I learned something. This ME storage housing. So we're going to make one of these guys real quick. I should have some conductive iron sitting around. And look at that, I have 8. We're going to make a couple of these real quick. Because these are actually useful for us. I have pure Certus quartz crystals to make this a little bit cheaper. There you go. I made 2 of them. It's going to give us an ME storage housing, which isn't exactly cheap, but not super expensive either. I learned something about these things. So I always thought that once you put it in a cell, it was stuck there forever. Now, I learned that if you right click, or if you shift right click while holding it in your hand, you can get the storage piece out of it. So I can use the same storage housing, take these storage components and upgrade them and put them back into the same housing. I don't need 5 million of these. And they're reusable. Thank goodness. Because I hated that from before. I didn't know about that until recently. So that is definitely something that we're going to end up doing. I'm going to end up making just a whole bunch of these. I need more conductive iron, which is the only thing holding us back at the moment. That and our full inventory again. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with 1K drives for the moment. They're not super expensive. It's just steel, redstone, and some quartz glass to make it. Quartz glass is easy to make. I can throw in some nether quartz to get that. But I get to wait for all these to finish cooking up. We're going to have a lot of pieces. The other thing we are going to need is we need a terminal to access everything. Which means we got to go down these steps to get this terminal. So to make some formation cores, we need some fluix dust, redstone dust. Make annihilation cores, we need black quartz. So let's go throw the 16 fluix we just got. And I should have some black quartz around somewhere. My inventory is full of stuff. And I hate it. Can I have like a 3 times inventory or something? Having this tiny inventory for modded is so annoying. I moved our storage drive down there. We've got cable running to have it all connected up. I have an energy acceptor for once we actually get it going, so we can actually have some stuff ready. So let's get our formation and annihilation cores. So there is, oh, we need 2 of each. So there's our annihilation cores. Let's get our formation cores. It should be just the other cores, I believe. I'm not too worried about making these purified. Never mind. Is it surface quartz? It is. Well, I have those. And there we go. We've got our cores. That gives us some more logic processors, which I'll take. But that unlocks the screen. Best thing we need right now. To make our illuminated panels, we just need some quartz glass, glowstone, and a steel ingot. Which I think I have the stuff to make some more quartz glass on me. I'm doing that wrong. I think it's like this. Yeah. And look at that. I have an inventory full again. Let's just do that. I know I'm going to need it. So quartz glass, redstone, glowstone, and a steel ingot. Gives us our illuminated panel, which we then use with 1 of each core and 2 logic processors that I currently have 30 of. I don't think the core locations really matter. But there we go. We have a terminal. And I have a giant mess of stuff right here that's in my way. I need to relocate. I need an empty inventory. That's what I need. Okay, I think with this cable placement, we should be live. Hey, we've got power. So our storage system lives. I've got some cable. I've got our terminal. Let's get her up and running. And I made a whole bunch of storage cells. So now I have those too. Oh, I don't like that. Anyways. We have storage. That's it. I made a whole bunch of these. Now, have digital storage. Oh, I've been wanting this for so long. Well, I don't hate having all these boxes here. It just makes it so much nicer to have everything in one place. Moving everything over there is going to take a minute, though. Because we have a lot of things. I have a lot of random junk. You know, I could cheat. We have import buses that I could just use to move everything over. Because, yeah, moving all this stuff over there is going to take a minute. I think I might leave this one out. Because none of that is going to stack in there. And I know I have a few odds and ends and stuff in here that aren't going to stack well. Like the TP, and I just don't need to throw that in a box. Or the timer, the windmill. These are all like one-off items that don't really need to be in there. Because we're not going to have any more of them. Do I really have a use for this? I do later when we need to make the spinning wheel. Huh. Good to know. Anyways. That is an achievement for today. That is actually all I wanted to do today. Or at least all that I have time to do for today. Next time, we're going to be going down a bit of a crafting chain, as well as getting some more stuff set up and automated, because we need to make a few things before we go into any other dimensions. Namely, we are going to have to make some space to get into Icica, and Icica won't take us all too long. I did complete this one while I was out doing things. I may look at upgrading to 4K cells, which does require making calculation processors, which are just pure circuit boards. But for the moment, we will stick with the 1Ks unless that's not enough storage. But I don't know yet. But we're going to have to go down this chain of crafting stuff to get into Erebus. And then I have to do this to do Icica, which by itself isn't too bad. But I think I needed something else to actually make this. Oh no. So this is one chain that we can finish off. That's not too difficult. It just requires going and hunting some stuff down. Aether will be a day or two of its own. Erebus will be a day or two of its own, because Erebus has a lot of stuff to it. And this is something that we're probably not going to get to anytime soon. So again, this will be something that holds us back from having this 100% completed. Kind of like over here, because that guy takes forever, and these I just haven't bothered to do. We do need to go do this. I don't remember why. What is the snow globe? Globe for? Wait, what? Marine stuff is used in it. This. Magical snow globe. This is the one we need. Because this one has been awakened or activated. Right, we need that to make the Eye of Gaia. So we have to go do some exploration. We have to go get that. So maybe next time we do some automations to get up to that stage, and then we go do some exploration to get some stuff, because we need to go play with the temple. We need to get some stuff to make potions, which we don't really need the potions. I do need to kill a wither to get a nether star, and I might just go fly around the nether to see if I can get this and go fight some of these guys, because these guys are annoying, but they don't spawn very often. The guys I'm referring to are these purple blaze. That I should have everything I can make to make it. I have redstone ore all over the place. But these purple blaze, I have 4. I need 8. Those guys are... I heavily dislike those guys. Also, I don't know what this view cell is for. I'm just gonna... Yeah, sure, we'll throw it in there. But that's gonna be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I think I am gonna go spend a little bit of time learning about all these spells, because I know some of them are useful. Radiance is one that we're definitely going to use. Some of these other ones, I don't know. I saw we actually have all of the spells except for one, and the only one we are missing is Acid Cloud, which is noted in the quest book that you can't get it until later because it is overpowered, and that is gated behind Ender.io. So I can get all of this stuff right now. Like, I think I have most of it in storage, but this I can't get anytime soon. Because not only do we need end steel, which does require going to the end, it requires an alloy smelter. It also requires dark steel ingots and end stone, like I said. And dark steel I could make after next time with this refined obsidian. Energized dark ingot. I think I can make that yet. Dark dust comes from a dark ingot. Comes from bitumen and tar. Yeah, there's a whole crafting chain of stuff that we haven't done there. But that's for a whole nother day. By that point, we should have some automation and stuff, because I think we get that. We get access to Ender.io at the same time that we get access to ME system automation. And I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. Hello, jungle bat. You're going to be a nuisance. But I am spending too much time talking. So, as I said, that's it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. I need some better XP storage.